Hi, my name is Patrick, and I'm here today at Germain Toyota of Naples with the 2019 Toyota Highlander. So one really nice safety feature with the Highlander is the headlights. Headlights might not seem like something you would think of, but you've got LED headlights that are very bright and let you see everything in almost like a daylight type of atmosphere. The daytime running lights are LED as well and alert other drivers to your presence even in daytime conditions. In addition to the standard headlights, we have some integrated fog lights that help in low light conditions or fog as well. If you pan over here, you can see that we've got a nice imposing yet stylish grille on the front of the Highlander, and hidden very cleverly behind the Toyota logo, you have a pre-collision system that sends radar waves out to help the vehicle brake and mitigate a crash or avoid one altogether. So moving over to the side of the Highlander here, you can see that this particular vehicle has 19-inch wheels. They're a 5-spoke alloy wheel, and the 19-inch size, it gives you a nice larger wheel that you can put on there that improves traction and stability, and it looks good. As we move up to the side mirror, you can see that there is an indicator light here, and what that does is alert other drivers to if that's the direction that you're turning, which is a very nice safety feature. On the inside of the mirror, you'll also have a blind spot monitor. It's a little picture of two cars sitting about like that. That'll shine orange when there's a car in the blind spot of the driver to let them know if they're about to change lanes. As we move over to the door handle, there's an integrated sensor in here that allows for keyless entry and locking of the vehicle. I can just place my hand as long as I have the key in my pocket or handbag. The vehicle will unlock. And then I just have to touch the sensor here and it'll lock it up. So you never really have to take your keys out of your pocket or your purse. It's very convenient. As we move up to the top of the Highlander, you'll see we've got some integrated roof rails. If one needed, you could just get cross rails for them to tow kayaks, boats, skis, whatever you need. It's very convenient. So we have a couple interesting features on the back of the Highlander as well that you might not see readily, but they're very well thought out. Just like the front headlights, we've got LED taillights that are going to be brighter, consume less energy, and again, look really great. As we pan to the top, you can see an integrated spoiler here, and what this helps with is fuel economy, creating for a more aerodynamic vehicle. As we go to the section here, I can push this button, and instead of lifting the whole tailgate up, it allows the rear glass to open. So I can reach in there without, again, having to move that up, and it takes up less space opening this. Integrated underneath, you have the backup camera. And then hidden in the quarter panel here, and it works in conjunction with the blind spot monitor, you have a sensor that also does a rear cross traffic alert. So if you're backing out of a grocery store and you got two vehicles that are large on either side of you, you're going to get a visual and audible alert inside the car to let you know that there's a vehicle coming either from the left or the right. I'm going to open this up here and we can take a look at this third row. You got power lift gate. Just push a rubber button next to the backup camera there. Tailgate will open up, and you can actually adjust the height to 5 different levels. Some people have garages where they might want this down a little bit more, so you can set that up. Very easy to pull up the third row here. You've got the lever here. Just pull that up. Once it's up, you'll see it's pretty 90-degree vertical. You can pull this second lever here and adjust the range for how you want that third row set up. Then finally, you have the headrests that you can pop up depending on how many passengers you have back there. Very easily, you just push the buttons down. Again, we're going to pull up here. Not a whole lot of effort involved in getting those down. That's the third row of the Highlander. So you just have to push a button back here for the rear tailgate to power down and close up. That brings us around over here to the gas tank here. It's conveniently located on the driver's side. And for a larger SUV 7-passenger, the Highlander still gets great fuel economy. You're looking at 20 city, 26 highway for 22 combined with the available 3.5-liter V6 engine. As we move over here to the passenger side, let's open it up and take a look on the inside of the vehicle. So moving on to the second row inside the vehicle, we've got a couple nice features here as well. We've got a mechanical sunshade that allows the passengers back here in the second row to move that up or down depending on how bright it is out. Then this particular vehicle is equipped with the captain's chairs as an available option. The captain's chairs are really nice in that you've got the armrests for the individual chairs. You've also got a split in the middle, so it allows for easy access to the third row, but they do slide individually as well as folding down. So they fold flat very easily, just like the third row there for cargo hauling. And with everybody being connected with their devices nowadays, a really good feature is that the tower back here, you've got 2 rapid charge 2-amp USB chargers. Now the kids or passengers in the second row can also help control the fan speed and temperature for the HVAC controls. And lastly, in the trim that we're looking at here, I think a nice little feature, and you can see on the door there, is the wood trim. Gives it a little bit more of an upscale feel to it, a little bit of a fit and polish. Additionally, we do have an AC plug down there. So any devices that anybody needs to plug in that are not USB and use an AC outlet, you have that option as well. So moving over to the driver's side of the Highlander here, it's a couple things worth mentioning. You might be able to see a number 1, 2, and set button here. You can set 2 different drivers' seat settings and steering wheel settings, as well as mirrors. You also have very comfortable perforated seats that includes heating and ventilation, so you can be cold on a hot day or hot on a cool day. Now when you look at some of these steering wheels, it might seem daunting at first when you see some of these buttons on here, but what they're actually designed to do is keep your eyes on the road and keep the driver safe. So many features of the vehicle, such as setting the radio station or making a phone call, are designed to be hands-free and very intuitive. As we move over to the MID, as they call it here, you've got a display in the middle that will give driver alerts. It's a multi-information display, so in addition to seeing your speed and your fuel economy, as you can see right now, it's letting us know that the doors are open. So you get visual and audible display in your MID as well. So we talked about the MID, the multi-information display behind the driver's wheel. There's a second screen here that we call the infotainment system. That's going to display such features as available applications in the vehicle, as well as a navigation screen, radio settings, and air conditioning. You can see right now we have the navigation screen up. It's very simple to use. You've got a combination of buttons on the side or touch screen. Very intuitive and also controlled by voice dynamic recognition as well. Here you also have your air conditioning and your HVAC controls, which you can sync together for passenger and driver, or you can have individual temperature settings. It may be a little difficult to see, but one thing I really like about the Highlander is you've got this nice long shelf here, so you can have your cell phone. You can even do a pass-through here where the charging plug can pass through the little hole in there. Underneath, you've got some vehicle controls. This is a particular one that we're in is an all-wheel drive, but they do come standard front-wheel drive. So it's, if you're in a descending scenario in loose terrain or you need to lock the differential, you've got those options here. If we go a little bit lower underneath here, you can see 2 more rapid charging USB ports, in addition to an auxiliary port and a USB port that you can plug in a flash drive if you download any music on there, and it will integrate seamlessly with the infotainment system. Moving to the center console here, it's very simple push button, and that slides open. You've got a real deep, I mean my whole arm will fit in there to store anything that you might need, road maps or, you know, a first aid kit, anything you can imagine. So now that we've gone over the features on the interior and exterior of the Toyota Highlander, why don't we take it out on the road and take a look at some of the Toyota Safety Sense options that are now standard. My first impressions whenever I get in behind the wheel of a Highlander is just what a nice, smooth, planted feel the vehicle has on the road. You know, you always feel like you're in control, but you also feel like, you know, that you kind of own the road a little bit while not feeling overly large. The seats are also very comfortable as well. Thirdly, it's a quiet vehicle. You can really hear yourself think. And part of that is due to the acoustic layer that they put in the windshield. So they really keep road noise and vibration sound from other vehicles and everything out of the cabin. So the lane departure alert system works by using a camera to see road lines on the road. And when you drift over those lines, you'll get an audible alert letting you know that you have done so. If the vehicle does not, if the sensors in the steering wheel don't sense that the driver is correcting the drift, the car will actually gently nudge you back into the center of the lane to assist in keeping you from swaying. In addition to that, the camera eye, as well as the radar detector behind the Toyota logo, are going to assist with the pre-collision system. So in the event that the driver is not aware that an impact is imminent, that system is going to enable itself, and it's going to actually use the full stopping power of the brakes on the vehicle to keep you from getting in a more severe accident or avoid one altogether. Moving on to performance, the Highlander has a naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 engine that produces 295 horsepower. That's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it also has a towing capacity of 5,000 pounds, good for most boats and trailers. So these are just some of the amazing safety and technology features available on the 2019 Toyota Highlander. With over 2 million units sold since 2001, several people would agree it is one of the most popular selling SUVs in the US. Thank you for joining me in this video. For any additional questions, you can reach us at GermainToyotaofNaples.com.